Hey, Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks defeated the visiting Ottawa Senators 6-3, Rogers Arena, starting the year off just right. Let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. What I liked, Pius Suter, or as I like to call him, Pius Shooter. 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, and a +4 on the evening. What an amazing stat line for Suter. And this guy has been awesome. He started the season really well. Then he got injured for that middle part. Thank God Bluger came back at the same time. And now they're both in the lineup, and they've solidified that bottom six, the two center spots. Yes, 2 goals, an assist. So 3 points, +4 for Suter in 16 minutes of ice time. Also had 5 shots on net. So an excellent game from Suter, showing a bit of luck on his second goal when that knuckleball got past Korpisalo, and showing a lot of skill on that first goal where he took the puck off the glass, put it down with one hand, and put it behind Forsberg. So he scored on both goalies tonight. That's Pius Suter. Also love the play of... Oh, my phone just went off. Elias Pettersson, 2 goals. Didn't get a hat trick. I think he got, was it exactly a year ago today that he got his hat trick against Ottawa? So he got 2 goals today, +1. He had 17 minutes of ice time. Also had 5 shots on net, and I think he looked dangerous all night. His goals a bit fluky as well. Both of his goals were off broken plays by defensemen, but one on the power play, one on regular strength. But still, it was nice to see Petey with a 2-point night. Also, JT Miller had a 2-point night, a goal and assist as well. I obviously liked the Canucks' amazing first period. 5 goals in the first period. It was nice to see after they only scored 1 against the Flyers on December the 28th. So to get 5 goals, and the first 2 not from likely sources, in Ian Cole and Pius Suter, and then it went Petey, Miller, and Petey. So 5 goals in the first period, obviously something that I really, really liked. Also, I liked the defense, the spread out scoring. Everyone except Philip Hronek had a point. So Hughes, Juleson, Myers, and Zadorov all had 1 assist. And Ian Cole had that 1 goal. Again, Hronek was the only one that did not get a point tonight. And Zadorov and Myers, +3 and +2, respectively. You got to give that. That's really good as well. And even the time on ice for the defensemen, and I'll get to this in my one other thing. Juleson, the low man, at 17:41. Quinn Hughes, the high man, at 23:22. But everyone else within 6 minutes of each other, that is pretty good. I thought Demko was good. Ottawa, stat line doesn't look great in that he allowed 3 goals, but Ottawa had 38 shots on net. So that's a .921 save percentage for Demko, making 35 saves on 38 shots. So a lot of things I liked with the Canucks. I like the fact that they scored on their 1 power play attempt, a bit of a fluky goal, but it still counts. And they only had 1 penalty kill, and they killed it off. So they're perfect on special teams, although not a lot of action on special teams. So that's a lot of the things that I liked about the Vancouver Canucks tonight. Individual performances led by Pius Suter and Elias Pettersson. And then I think overall the defense, not only were the minutes spread out, but the scoring was spread out as well. And so and of course the Vancouver Canucks quick start and their special teams. So some of the things that I liked about tonight's game. What didn't I like? Well, I'm not going to get all upset about the fact that the Canucks almost let Ottawa back in the game. The closest they got to was 5-3, because just like the San Jose game on December the 23rd, where the Canucks won 7-4, this was almost the same score, 6-3. I was never worried. I was never worried that the Canucks were going to lose this game. I was never worried that Ottawa was going to come back, even though they outshot the Vancouver Canucks. I think Demko's too good for that. I think Vancouver's team is too good for that. So, on one hand, I didn't like the fact that Ottawa did score 3 eventually after the Canucks scored 5. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest, I was not worried that the Canucks were going to squander this game. Having said that, I did not like the fact that the Canucks gave up early goals in the second period, just 1:31 in to Claude Giroux, and then in the third period, just 37 seconds in to Vlad Tarasenko. And I don't want to go through all 3 Ottawa goals and break them down and say, well, this is what I didn't like. Well, obviously, I don't like it when the Canucks get scored on. I don't think Demko was at fault in any of them. A couple of them were passes that, poor defensive breakdowns. And I guess that's another thing that I didn't like. Of all Canucks defensemen, the only guys that were minus were Philip Hronek and Quinn Hughes. Now think about that. It's a 6-3 game, and Hronek and Hughes were -1. So I get that one of the Canucks goals was on the power play, so that doesn't count. But still, to be -1 in a game that you win by 3, that's not the best stat line. So I'm not saying that Hughes and Roenick had a poor game, but yeah, they're definitely on the ice for, I think, off the top of my head, 2 of the 3 Ottawa goals, if I can remember specifically. So again, yeah, and that's probably right. And then I think Juleson and Myers were on for the other one somehow. That's the way at least it adds up. Or maybe Juleson and Cole. Regardless, yes, I didn't like the fact that Hughes and Roenick were -1, but I'm not going to read too much into it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that the Canucks were outshot 12-6 in the second period, 17-5 in the third period. So it's tricky. The Canucks weren't going to win 15-0. You can't extrapolate a 5-0 lead after one and say, oh, 5 times 3, they're going to win 15-0. That's simply not realistic. Naturally, you're going to take your foot off the gas a little bit. And again, despite the 5, it was only 5-1 after the end of the second. So I wasn't worried that the Canucks were going to lose this game. Then Ottawa scores that early goal, like I said, in the third. Then it's 5-2, but still, certainly wasn't worried. Even when it was 5-3. And of course, Pius Suter scores that knuckleball on Korpisalo. Okay, so if I had to pick things that I didn't like the fact that they gave up early goals in the latter 2 periods. I didn't like the fact that they're outshot so badly. And I didn't like the fact that Hughes and Roenick were -1. And the last one, I didn't like Phil DiGiuseppe's injury. He only got to play 2.5 minutes. We don't know how serious it is, but the fact he didn't come back, I don't know if that's precautionary or there's something serious. So the Canucks were carrying one extra forward. Neal Zaman was the extra forward today. So we will see what happens. I guess we'll know more about the injury tomorrow. And I doubt, unless it's minor, I doubt DiGiuseppe is going to make the start of the trip. But let's see what happens. Tomorrow once they give a more of an update, or maybe they're giving an update tonight as we speak. Finally, one other thing. Well, I think Carson Soucy is going to go on the trip for sure, whether he plays on Thursday or Saturday. He's going to play very soon. And what's very interesting is which defenseman is going to come out of the lineup for him. Now, by merit, by reputation, by salary, by experience, you think it's going to be Noah Juleson, because you keep Hughes and Roenick together, you can keep Myers and Zadorov together, and then you can put Cole and Soucy together and put one of them on the right side, likely Ian Cole. And that would mean that Noah Juleson comes out. Juleson has been solid. Not remarkable, but he's been solid. And I know Rick Tocchet really likes him. And Rick Tocchet even said after practice today that he hadn't really decided who was going to come out, that it might depend on this game. Well, if he's looking at defensive abilities or performance, you're not going to take out Quinn Hughes or Philip Hronik. So I still think, despite how well he's played, Noah Juleson will be the one that comes out for Carson Soucy. But Noah Juleson has been great. He's been great as a 7th defenseman, filling in as a 6th, which you need when your defensemen inevitably get injured throughout the season. So my guess is that Noah Juleson is the one that's going to come out for Carson Soucy whenever Soucy's ready, whether it's the Thursday game or the Saturday game. Regardless, it's a nice problem to have that the Canucks are playing so well, but it is my one other thing. It's the most intriguing thing to me coming out of tonight's game is, do you make that lineup change if Soucy's ready? I think you do. And if he is ready, who then comes out for him? Canucks fans, let me know. Tell me one thing you liked. Tell me one thing you didn't like. Tell me one other thing in the comments. Tonight, I'll be streaming at 11 p.m. right here on this YouTube channel. So I hope you'll join me in just over an hour for that. And until then, whatever you're going to do for the next hour, I hope it is fun and fruitful, and that I indeed will see you at 11 p.m. tonight. Shout out to my sponsors, Van Seat Experts Real Estate, Perform, Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. Thanks for your support. Thanks to all of you for watching, for subscribing, and for liking the video. So you can do all those things on the way out. You can subscribe, you can like, you can leave a tip if you want, you can become a member, you can upgrade your membership, and definitely leave a comment. Tell me one thing you liked, tell me one thing you didn't like, and tell me one other thing overall that might not necessarily fit in one of those 2 categories. And I hope to see you tonight at 11 p.m. for my live stream. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.